Hi everybody and welcome to the Anfield Eye. Now, this is a different video. It's not really Liverpool related, but I wanted to put this video up because I wanted to come to the defense of Mark Goldbridge. And the reason why I think Mark Goldbridge needs a little bit of backing is because Mark Goldbridge is receiving a lot of stick online. And he's receiving a lot of stick online because he is asking a very legitimate question. Now, I am not a Manchester United supporter, but I appreciate and respect what Manchester United is as a club and what Manchester United has achieved in the past. Growing up in the 90s, you could not get away from the fact that Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson built a team and a club that surpassed the best in Europe, and was competing with the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona for Champions Leagues. Now, unfortunately, Sir Alex Ferguson's retired, and the club has been going down and down and down. They've tried different managers, they've tried different tacticians. And unfortunately, the club just hasn't been able to reach those heights that it was at one time. And yeah, I'm a Liverpool supporter, but I'm also a big fan of football. You know, I love the beautiful game. So, and I have an opinion. And my opinion is that I want Manchester United to be up there competing because I want the Premier League to remain the best league in Europe. And the Premier League's doing really well at the moment. We've got Arsenal flying high. We've got Man City winning all the trophies. Man City now looking to win their 5th Premier League title in a row. And as a Liverpool fan, I've just enjoyed 9 of the best years of my life with Jurgen Klopp in charge of the club and as manager. And now all of a sudden this transition to a new manager, Arne Slot, has been quite seamless. And you know, me along with a lot of other Liverpool fans and football pundits have been impressed with what Arne Slot has delivered in such a short space of time. So my point is that Mark Goldbridge is getting a lot of stick for asking the simple question: if you sack Erik Ten Hag, what is your plan afterwards? And I don't think a lot of Manchester United fans have been able to answer that, you know? And they do. They need to answer that. You can pluck the best managers out there right now on the market. But that's not going to guarantee that Manchester United all of a sudden hit the peaks and all of a sudden become an absolutely amazing football team and starts, fighting for the title within the next 3 or 4 years. Manchester United have been down this road. They've been down this road so many times. When Manchester United hired Jose Mourinho, I thought, okay, I think they've turned the corner here. I really do. I think they've turned the corner here. I think they've got a really, really good manager. But he couldn't do it. When Manchester United took on Louis van Gaal, I was like, okay, that's actually a really good name, you know? Really good pedigree. Manager of the Dutch national side, managed Barcelona, you know, has been in contact with and managed some of the best players in the world, you know? Louis van Gaal, what a big name for a big club, let's go. And then Louis van Gaal didn't make it. So now, I understand that Erik Ten Hag is deficient in a lot of areas. I totally understand the frustration from Manchester United fans. He is. There's no getting away from it. If you haven't seen progress and you haven't seen a change in that team in the 2.5 years that he's been there, you're not going to see a change and an improvement in the next 2.5 years. And he's bought some really, really poor players. He's bought some really, really, oh my God. I mean, you know, yeah, he's just gone and he's bought players that he was managing at Ajax. And, you know, the Dutch league is not the Premier League. And they've come to the Premier League, and they've just not delivered. They've just not delivered, and Manchester United are not getting the results. So the point Mark Goldbridge is asking is this: get rid of Eric Ten Hag. We can get in Zidane, Guardiola, Klopp, all together. Let's get 3 managers into Manchester United to fix the mess, to fix the problems. But it's not going to change. It's not going to change because, like Goldbridge says, the team has players, and amongst the team, those players are the bad apple. They're just going to deliver a full performance or a performance level 3 in the next 3 or 4 months. There will be a bounce. There will be a bounce with the new manager coming in. There always is a bounce. But then what happens after that? When you have to go on a cold and frosty night to, say, Stoke City or Burnley for an FA Cup 4th round, are these the kind of players that are going to, with grit and determination, are these the players that are going to win you the match? Or are they going to look around the stadiums and go, I don't really quite fancy it. I don't really quite think that I'm up for this, and all of a sudden start throwing the next manager under the bus. So that's the point Mark Goldbridge is saying. He's saying, yes, if you want to sack Ten Hag, sack him, but you're not solving the problem by just sacking a manager and getting in a new manager. Okay, the ownership. Again, I don't know what the hell they were doing after the FA Cup when they were looking for a new manager. They couldn't get a new manager. They gave Ten Hag another contract. Now, that was made public. And if that was made public, that means that those players that go to the Manchester United training ground every morning look at Ten Hag and they go, yeah, the owners didn't quite fancy you. So even if I down tools in the next 2 or 3 matches, no one's going to blame me. They're just going to blame you. And the fans are going to turn on you. And the owners are going to be like, okay, I think we should really now, get rid of Ten Hag. It's just an absolute mess. And it's a mess from top all the way to the bottom. And Mark Goldbridge is getting a lot of stick, for asking that very legitimate question. What's the plan afterwards? Guys, we can sack Ten Hag. We'll sack him tomorrow. But what do you want after that? You're going to find yourselves in the same position in 3 or 4 years' time. So, for me, I think that Manchester United fans need to be less reactive. But don't get me wrong. I mean, look, I can understand the pain. Of Manchester United supporters who they don't care about anything else. They've just got this tunnel vision that they want Ten Hag out. I understand it. You've just been beaten by Tottenham at Old Trafford on a rainy Sunday evening where I think a lot of United fans were thinking, we can win this match. We should win this match against Tottenham. And all of a sudden, Tottenham have just rolled Manchester United over at Old Trafford, and the fans have been like, hang on a minute, I'm sorry, this is a straw that breaks the camel's back here. Okay, we don't mind losing to Liverpool 3-0, we don't mind losing to Man City 3-0 at Old Trafford. We know these are quality teams, but no disrespect to Tottenham, Manchester United fans are thinking we shouldn't be turned over by Tottenham like this at Old Trafford, and in the manner as well, in the manner that it was. I mean, the space that the United players gave the Tottenham players at Old Trafford for them to go and score their goals, it was absolutely shocking. You know what? If this was Italy, I wouldn't be surprised if fans were attending the training ground and throwing eggs and tomatoes at the players. Fine. Fair enough, it is what it is. But let's be a little bit more receptive when other Manchester United fans are saying, okay, guys, I'm really happy and I agree with your opinion. Let's get rid of Ten Hag. We'll do it now. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's get rid of him. But is that going to solve our problems in the next 24 months? In the next 36 months? It's not. It's not. You could get Zidane in tomorrow. You could get Tuchel in tomorrow. Inzaghi, you could get him in tomorrow. But these managers are going to find themselves in the same situation. Because you've got Bruno Fernandes, who's just signed a new contract. You've got Rashford, who's just signed a new contract. And you've got players that have been brought in and they've looked around the pitch at Old Trafford and they thought, hang on a minute. These players, these senior players, experienced players that have been here for like 3 or 4 years, they're putting in a 3 out of 10 performance. Why do I need to put in a 7 out of 10 performance? You know? It drains the energy out of the whole performance. All these players that fail to deliver week in, week out for Manchester United, it starts to rub off on the other players, okay? And Manchester United does need major heart surgery. It does. Goalkeeper's not good enough, you know? And that midfield doesn't gel. That midfield does not play. It doesn't flow. And who are Manchester United's attackers again? I just don't know. I don't know. You know, you have attackers, but are they of the likes of, you know, Dwight York and Andy Cole and Sheringham and you know, Tevez? Oh my God. I mean, you know, are they of that standard, of that caliber? No, they're not. So, okay, get rid of your manager. If you want to get rid of him, get rid of him. But Mark Goldbridge has a very valid point. Give Mark Goldbridge a very, very clear plan as to what exactly Manchester United should look like in the next 2-3 years. And that will shut him up as well. He'll go, okay, guys, I agree with you. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay? But we've been there before. Mark Goldbridge has been there before. He's seen it happen before. With Oli, with Ranić, with Van Gaal, with Mourinho. That's why Mark Goldbridge is saying, hang on guys, we're just going round and round in circles here. We're going round and round in circles and we are not achieving anything. So anyway, that was my 2 bits worth of my opinion. I'm a Liverpool fan. I really, you know, I care about the Premier League and I care about the institution that is Manchester United. But yeah, if you like this, please like and subscribe and check out my other videos. And I shall see you in the next video.